Hey, it's Bill again. I was relaxing myself a little bit when I say my neighbor like I'm on the sidewalk. It's his house. That's how nice these people are. They make me feel that comfortable. But anyway, he comes over and we got to talking, and he's a funny guy. He's older. He's just took because of COVID-19 took early retirement. But we were I was explaining to him about my friend so that, you know, I didn't want him having any police actions tonight because he's resting. Probably the best he has since he left. Maybe even more so than that. I don't really know. I've never seen him that relaxed. So I was telling him he'd be okay. And he's like, oh, no, I saw him with you earlier. He says, if he's with you, we're all good. He said, everybody's already said that. I said, who's everybody? He says, everybody watches out for you. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you didn't know that? And I said, well, I know I got a lot of food all the time. He says, no, they're always looking out for you. He says, if one doesn't see you, then another sees you. Just talk if they haven't seen you for the 12 hours. I'm like, oh, you guys don't need to do that. I said, like, it just happens. Anyway, I don't know why I'm babbling. But did I get back on here? I did have something that I was going to say that just happened. I hope I remember it now, because otherwise I just babbled for nothing. Man. I don't know. I can't. Let me see if I could just go to some stupid topic, because I hate these short ones that are not worth anything. Uh, let's see if I can come up with some topic. Oh, let's see if I can talk. I don't know her name yet. Oh, that's a funny story I could tell you about. The package store that I used to go to when I was drinking. I get to, because I was drinking, I used to go in quite often, so I know all of the cashiers. Well, they were all owners and brothers and stuff. All close family or something close like that. So the one that was working today, I don't remember names anyway, and it's certainly not from other countries. Not unless it's a common name I've heard before. Theirs is not even anything. I'm not going to even try. I'm lucky if I can get the first letter. that's based on the pronunciation of it. Did I say that right? I don't know. Let me get back on topic of what I was just going to say. Oh, no, I already talked about that part with the storage unit. Did I get all of that? Because that's the part that was... Every time I get to that place, I have a... I have opinion of the whole thing, and the horrible part is that the it's a black, slightly overweight woman, and I'm not sure if she's the manager, assistant manager, or just a, uh, I don't know her position. I don't mean just us, something like, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, it's her job, and she should be proud of it. And I'm not saying she's not. I don't know. I don't have that opinion, because we didn't have that. I can't say her people skills are working so far. I'll say that. But I really don't know, because we never got that far. But, every time I try and say something to this woman, every time. I mean, literally I think my notice, literally, my first day that I paid was on the 4th or 5th. No, it couldn't be the 4th. It was July, so 5th. I know it was that 5th, so 5th, and I'll bet you I have the paperwork and I marked it all down. I've kept very good track of this, because, yeah, I am going to take it to court, because I don't, it's not my prerogative, but when you've told them literally 3 times, or tried to tell them that they were messing up, there's no other way to wake them up. And I tried to tell her again today. Would you listen to me without explaining yourself? Because you can't explain what happened. You can't. And, I can say this part, because there's some parts of this that I don't need to elaborate for their benefit. But this part is something that I can say, because it was something I fought through. But when they took me out of my coma, the whole time everything's intravenous. You don't have to do anything. So I don't know. I never asked the question, but I know for me, when you start doing, it's the same thing. You got to learn how to do everything again, because what keeps it in is a muscle. You haven't been using it, it's weak. Think about that. I don't need to get any more descriptive than that. The same thing that happens when a person dies happens to me. At least it happened to me. I'm not a professional. It only happened to me. But basically that is I would imagine, the sensation, but it happens to paralyzed people, so they don't know the sensation, but that's what it feels like to me. But you don't have the muscle to hold it in, any of it, anything. So they didn't explain that part to me, or if they did, I don't remember it. I'm not blaming the hospital at all. It just, I during the hospital, you don't think about it, because, like I said, it's just there. You don't think about it. It's something that the nurses do for you every day. When you're you're released from the hospital, and either I wasn't told, and I'm sure I was. There was so much stuff that I had been told, and I'm sure I was told it. Just too much for me to remember. And the first month of my life in the outside world, still homeless, living homeless, was about the most embarrassing month of my life. And I kind of forgot all about it, because I can make myself do that. And for the guy that came up to confront me, the one that's you can't see him, but you can hear his voice, and he says clearly that did you use the bathroom? You can hear him say that. And I said no at first, because I don't remember stuff like that. And then I can't remember right this minute what he says, but boils down to, you know, you must have used it because you're the only one in the building. And then he's telling me that, you know, I used the bathroom and it had to have been me, and I peed all over the floor. I didn't pee on the floor. And I know I didn't pee on the floor because I'm self-conscious of it. I mean, I look for both of those things probably for the rest of my life, and I know I will now. I mean, I'd gotten past it, and now it's there again. I mean, I'm sure I can work on it, but it's, you know, I shouldn't have to, because I know it didn't happen. And I mean, I've had a lot of things come wrong in my life, but I've never had that. That was the most embarrassing thing in my life, and he brought it right back up. And like I said, I've had plenty of things I could have taken to court, but this one, and it's on my freaking camera, on this thing. Well, not this one. I had to buy a new phone, but yeah, it's on that phone. I've sent it to my lawyer. I sent it to everybody that I needed sent to, and I took it. And I took it down off this channel that I'm talking to. But anyway, I don't know why I'm babbling. I guess I'm babbling because that's bothering me, and it'll make me go to sleep a little easier tonight. This is when I would normally go and hit a bottle of booze. So I'm fighting a lot of things in my head right now that I don't need, but I don't. That's literally the only reason. If he'd have just let it go when I was talking to him and explained everything, and it would have been over. I told him I was wrong, and blah, 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 and he didn't want to listen. And if he would have dropped it, I would have dropped it. But he insisted on, you're going to argue? I've said this how many times? You're going to argue with a mentally challenged person that you can't win. You can't. And there isn't a jury in the world that's going to look lightly on this. I mean, I don't make predictions on anything, but I know, you know, my lawyer is the best in the country, and he all he does is show me case example after case example, because there's different case examples for ADA, American Disabilities Act, and I'm under it. So he was acting like it was a normal person with normal understanding. I don't have it. You can see it when you see these films. I don't remember things. So I do feel bad for him, but I did try and tell him. I don't know why I'm babbling. I know it's obviously because I got this on my mind. It bothers me because I only went in to tell him that the door code didn't work. And I wanted that code. I wanted to tell them that for two reasons. Because I know the code was turned off. And I had the whole day to get in there. So that immediately puts my mind at, like, in pounce mode. So before I even enter the property, they've already set my head off in a direction. Now, I can't prove it, but at that point I can't. But I'm thinking it. I go in, I do all my cleaning and all of that stuff. My friend's with me. He uses the bathroom. I go use the bathroom. I make sure that it's clean, take pictures. I'm not following that trick again. Then I wish I had them the first time. That's the only thing I don't have pictures of, but he says it right on the film. It's clear as day. And I mean, I almost feel bad for him, but I've tried. I too many times. Too many times. I sent them. I'll tell you what. This is how fucking nice I am. I'm sorry. Beep. I get it. I can't. Fuck it. It's on. Did it again. That's how angry I am. But I sent this to them. They've got 24 hours from right now. And the street, I'm going to, instead of the clock, I'm going to watch the street lights. And they can take the time to find where I'm sitting. Because they didn't help me find a solution. I'm helping them. This is going to look really good for the jury. I gave them 24 more hours. The street lights just came on the street that I'm at, and everybody and their brother knows who I am here. So, 24 hours from right now, when those street lights come on, you had better seen me, and we'd make it understanding. And I'm not after a ton of money or anything else. I'm looking for the real kind of restitution, the kind that fixes the problem. And you've got 24 hours from right now. I think I'm going to leave it at that because I found out that I've been way too lenient. I'm not in New Hampshire anymore. And everybody out here is if they want to take that stance, then just because I don't look disabled doesn't mean I'm not. I keep telling them that. And it's the parts that they're getting upset with me on, they shouldn't be saying. It's clear. That is arguing with a disabled person that's battling what you're arguing with them about. And I tried to tell you. And I document all these things. I have to, for my behavioral health. I tried to tell them this. I'm telling you it again, but I'm done talking to you. 24 hours. That's it. You better find me. Otherwise, the jury's going to have a field day with this. Have a good night. I'm sorry I get all involved in that stuff, and then I'm working on getting my manners back. So I am improving. And I should say hi to John Taffer. Hey, John. And I don't know. Like I said, I had to throw almost all of the stuff away because of everything that happened. I didn't have time to move it. So all of the stuff, I mean, I finally have some followers now. So now as I'm starting to get followers, it's falling apart because I'm not going to have anything to keep. Who's going to watch this for another whole month? And I don't know. I got to do. I don't know. That little stunt that they pulled for my storage is really. Today. I told you. When it. I can plan all I want. I can plan. And then, what am I gonna do between my storage unit that has to be emptied out by the 5th or it gets locked, or my friend that I met from Vermont, who's, I don't even know what the doctor's analysis of him is. I know mine is brain loss from a TBI. His, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And he can't explain it to you, so I know the list of medications he should be on is longer than anything I've ever seen, and he never gets them. So I'm hoping. Well, I told you, I can see it. He's gonna be okay. And if he, like I said, the part that makes me really happy for him, and I'm glad that I was here for him, because I literally was getting fed up with this whole place while you saw it. And I decided to sink my feet in and be like I should be. And I'm so glad I did. I'm glad I finally manned up and stood my ground to Santa Monica. I know it's going to be some work. I got a lot of work to be accepted here. But I can't have some of these things happening. I can't have a storage facility that's the most convenient to me. The guy that walks everywhere, doesn't have a car. It is literally the closest one to me. And because I'm disabled, I'm not allowed there. That is it. That, because I got angry is they won't put it in writing. I've asked for it. They won't do it. And but of course I don't. What am I going to do? Walk in with my cell phone camera going? I know it's going to be their word against mine, but I don't care. They've got enough that I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried at all. As far as I'm concerned, I hope they get this early enough tomorrow and take heed to my words. Because I'm not, this is the first time I've ever been this angry about this kind of a situation. And this is going on YouTube, so it's not like I can delete it. So, and I really do. It's not my way of making living. It's not. So, I really hope that they would take the time to sit down with me, because I can guarantee you my deal is going to be a whole lot better now than their deal is going to be later. But I've already said this too many times, so that's my last time. And I want to be happy, so I got to start working on that. I can't keep talking about that. And this is at 22 minutes and 50 seconds, so I'm going to say goodnight for real this time. I was rushing before, anxious, all of those things that I get, and it takes me a few minutes sometimes to get my feet back on the ground after a day like today, so I do apologize. But that was a pretty good recovery for me, especially after the day. I mean, my last bit of the day was that last argument with this surge unit, just to start my evening, where I'm hoping to go and relax. And literally all I wanted to do was tell her about the gate, and I gotta go into an argument about something I can't even remember. But it's all because, like I said, she has that attitude. I started to explain that. The black woman, slightly overweight, and my attitude is I think she's assistant manager at least, or something above just a clerk kind of position. Somebody with a little authority. I'm not trying to be derogatory at all. I just can't think like that. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. And now I won't remember what I was saying there. But give me a second. Oh, the woman, yeah. Yeah, like that he actually in the film, the one that I said, when I was doing this same thing, but when he called my name, I'd set it down. I tell you all the time, I forget to push the button. Well, I forgot to push the stop button. I would have forgotten both had I not went back to pick it up, and it was still on the pause, and I'm like, what the fuck did this? I did it again. I'm sorry. What's this thing for? Oh, I can't really. I gotta stop talking. That's my lawyer told me not to talk about that. I'm sorry. Alright, anyway, I'm way over, and I'm sorry. I got babbling again. Okay, I'm gonna say goodnight. I got stuff coming over here, so it's perfect. Again, I'm sorry that I was so quick, and I've had one of them afternoons, and I apologize. So have a good night, everybody, and be safe. Here comes the helicopter, so go bye-bye.